For years, football fans have been complaining about the price of tickets, but now it's being claimed that's not the only thing stopping some seeing their favourite teams. Premier League clubs are being accused of failing disabled fans by not having enough accessible seating. Former Paralympian Dame Tanni Grey-Thompson is in central London for us this evening, and this is something close to your heart, Tanni. Tell us which clubs are failing.
Well, there's actually 17 out of the 20 in the Premier League that don't offer enough disabled seating for wheelchair users. And I did pick one out, Manchester United, that only has 42% of the seats it should. It actually, to comply with government guidelines, should have an extra 182 wheelchair seats. So I think there's not really an excuse for the Premier League to not offer good seating for disabled people.
Just give you a response to that. United said they made as many tickets as possible available for disabled fans. 64% of the disabled access stand at Old Trafford, their home, is made up of seasonal tickets. So I guess it's not as if these clubs aren't trying.
I think some are trying, but, you know, they can do an awful lot more. And I think it's just a shame that disabled people are meant to feel grateful for what they've got rather than really pushing the boundaries. And on cold, hard numbers, Manchester United is 16th on the list. You know, there's 4 below them, just aren't shaping up to what they should be providing.
I mean, the other aspect of this is, OK, Old Trafford is a big and fairly recently renovated stadium. Others are pretty old. You know, they might want to move. Tottenham, for example, they want a new stadium anyway. They say plans are being future-proofed as we speak to exceed requirements when they move to a new one. So, again, moving in the right direction. They're stuck in their old places for the time being.
Yeah, and actually, you know, a new build is a slightly different matter. It's much easier. But there's a lot you can do just in terms of flexible seating. It doesn't have to cost a fortune. And clubs much further down the league are managing to make their facilities more accessible for disabled people. So I think right at the top end, there's no real excuse. It can't be about money. You know, they should be doing a lot more.
Just very briefly, later this week, the assisted dying bill is being debated in the House of Lords, where, of course, you sit. You've said many people come up to you and say, I wouldn't want to live if I was like you. Yeah. Doesn't that just show there's a lot of misunderstanding about both assisted dying and also disability in this country?
I think it shows that disability is misunderstood, and actually it's still inherently negative. And that's one of my fears for changing the law, is that actually a large number of disabled people will fit within the scope of the bill, and they will be encouraged to think that suicide is their only choice.